Minecraft Championship is ending, at least for a little while. If you don't know, it was just announced that MCC 13 will be the last MCC event of Season 1. Yes, there are actually seasons to MCC, that was kind of just announced, and essentially, MCC is going to be the last MCC event for at least a little while. We won't be getting one for probably several months. This means a lot, and I'll be talking about that in today's video. Quickly, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it's free, and you can always unsubscribe later. Also, while you're down there, leave a like in the video, and enjoy. A couple months ago, Scott made a clarification tweet about seasons in MCC, and I thought it was kind of odd at the time. Because people back in the day, I remember when I was doing my first couple MCC prediction videos, they would say something like MCC Season 9 or MCC Season 10. And I remember seeing this and just assuming it was the norm. I started watching MCC around 8, and I really picked into it around 9 when I started doing prediction videos. And I remember back in the day when I was watching other people's prediction videos, I saw them do MCC Season 9, Season 10. And I remember that I saw a tweet that Scott made clarifying that, saying, no, these are not seasons. Don't call it seasons. And I always thought that was kind of odd because I just thought it was just another name. It was like MCC Championship 12, Event 12. Like, is it really a big deal that it says Season 12? Now I 100% understand what he meant and why he had to make that clarification as clear as he did. Because if he didn't have a plan for seasons, then it wouldn't have made any sense to go out of his way to make an entire tweet saying, yo, these aren't seasons. But here's the thing. MCC is broken into seasons, and this is actually really interesting to me. One thing that we're going to discuss a little bit today is what is the difference going to be in the seasons? He basically said in the video, which if you haven't watched, I think Nox Crew made a video on YouTube basically saying that Season 1 is over. We won't be here for a while, but we'll be coming back. So just to make it very, very clear to anyone who hasn't understood yet, MCC is not going away forever. If anything, I'm expecting them to come back stronger than ever. But what is happening is after this upcoming event, MCC 13, they will be taking a break to prepare new maps, to prepare new games, maybe revamp the entire idea of MCC when they release Season 2, which I think will be late January, early February. This is only a guess, though, as they have not released an official time for them to be coming back. There's no Season 2 release date, per se. But there is a bit of information we know about it. Look, I'll be honest, I didn't really expect them to end at MCC 13. I think that they weren't counting numbers. I think they were looking at the time position-wise. I think 2021 is going to be a new year, and they're going to start fresh. It just happened that they ended at MCC 13. If you don't know my past videos, I have, voiced the question of when is MCC going to end? Because I really thought, it's only so many MCC events they can do, but this changes my opinion completely. Because before, I was really thinking, can they really go past 25 MCC events if they're all the same? Because they happen every couple of weeks. I just kind of felt to myself that it would get a little bit too repetitive, and they would start to see the hype really wear off around 15, 20, and especially 25. And I was seeing a kind of like a peak at 20, and maybe they would cut it off at 25 or 20. However, my mind has completely changed, because now that they're breaking it up into these so-called seasons, they can make it fresh every single year, or every single block of months that they decide is a season. Maybe a season is 6 months, maybe it's 8, maybe it's a year, maybe it's different each time. But the thing that's most important to me is that they have given themselves an opportunity in several months to really mix things up. Yes, they change maps between MCC, but the games are the same and the concepts are the same, and basically it's the same tournament every single time. With different teams, slightly different events, slightly different this, but it's basically the same event. Not enough change to actually, bring back, to invigorate the crowds, to make it interesting again. I always find them interesting. I'm personally a fan, but I could definitely see myself, starting to get bored with the concept after a while. And I think this is a really great opportunity for them to go in and just change things up, to make things interesting again. I mean, they're interesting now, but to really get ahead of the curve on this, because I think MCC had at least 4 to 5 more events before I began to feel, a bit of a drain watching it, that maybe I wouldn't watch it. Maybe I'd be at MCC 20 or MCC 22, and I'd be like, you know, I don't think I'm going to watch this season. Maybe I'll catch next one. If I didn't really like the teams, I was like, I'll skip this one. They didn't even give themselves an opportunity to have it get boring, which is really, really important because sometimes you let things go too long and you just can't bring them back. I mean, look at some YouTube channels. They just are like, you know, if my views drop or things get boring, I'll fix it. Then things get boring, their views drop, and the channel's dead. So I think it's really good that MCC is getting ahead of the curve on this because I kind of felt that they weren't. I was a little concerned that they weren't. I was afraid that for some reason they wouldn't gauge, you know, that maybe support would drop off really quickly. Obviously, I love the event and the people who do a great job. So I'm just really happy that they have decided to do this. Yeah, I'm a little bit, you know, sad that we're not going to have MCC for several months after MCC 13. It's a fun event. It's always a fun thing that people like to see me cover on the channel. Obviously, when MCC teams come out, I will be doing a prediction video for that, if not two. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so already. Yeah. Anyways, it'll be, you know, it'll be kind of sad, but you know, there's a good chance we'll see another tournament, or we'll see another thing, or maybe another SMP or another match happens. We won't have I'm going to make the assumption that we're not going to have no Minecraft events or content for several months. Something will fill the gap. And while something fills the gap, the creators at MCC really have a chance to change things up. I will be a little disappointed if it's basically the same thing next time around, but I really don't see that coming. I think that they want to do this for a very long time. And how do you do something for a very long time? Well, you keep the essence of it, but you make it different. You don't let it get stale. You don't let it get repetitive. They're not going to change to a Roblox tournament. They're not going to change to a build battle every single time. They're going to keep the essence of the event. It's a Minecraft event that involves all different types of skills. Build battle, PvP, not really speed running, but I guess speed running. Speed running a bit. Not classic vanilla speed running, but parkour. It's an event that kind of encapsulates all the aspects of Minecraft that people are good at and have a kind of fun tournament that isn't as stressful as one for money like MCM or even MCU a bit. So as long as they keep that essence, I really want to see them mix things up. I think, yeah, there's a chance we'll lose something really good from the old MCCs, but I'm also, you know, I'm ready to see something new. I would be happy seeing 5 more MCC events. I would honestly have no issue with that. But at the same time, I'd be totally excited to see something new, and something new that we could potentially see for another 10 tournaments without getting bored of it. And I think this is a really good opportunity, and I thought it was such a good opportunity that I personally wanted to make an entire video talking about why I thought it was such a good opportunity. Last thing I want to say is Minecraft is notorious for a genre that gets stale. And what I mean by this is I'm taking kind of a look at content creators and YouTubers over time. Minecraft has been a game that has been popular at its highs and at its lows. I mean, you had YouTubers killing it back in 2017, 2016 when Minecraft content was not popular. But at the same time, you've definitely seen channels go from the highs to very, very lows because it gets stale. Why do you think YouTubers with millions and millions of subscribers barely get, 0.1% of their sub count and views anymore? It's because they let their content get stale. It doesn't mean that their content was necessarily bad. It doesn't mean that they aren't good creators in a sense. It just means that, just a kind of a truth of YouTube is if you do something again and again and it works in the beginning, it's not going to work after a certain period of time. Maybe it could work for 4 years, maybe even 5 years if you're lucky. But on that 10th year of making the same videos, the people who originally, watched the content probably aren't going to be watching it anymore. And at the end of the day, you really need to adapt. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. Every single year I've made different content until I found something that worked. For example, I'm doing Minecraft commentaries right now. I don't think I'm going to be doing this forever. I think I will adapt my commentaries. I'll start doing some original stuff. I'm going to mix it up eventually. Right now, things are going really good. And you have to you have to remember that both while you're trying to keep things from going stale, you also don't want to go away from what your audience is subscribed for. That's a balance I need to figure out myself. But anyways, that's kind of all I want to say. I want to say if Scott or anyone on the MCC team happens to watch this video, because sometimes my videos do pretty well, I want to say that I'm pretty excited to see what you guys are doing. I think you made the right call here. I really do. And good luck with everything. Take as much time as you need. I would rather it come out in 4 months instead of, and have it be good, than something come out in a month and have it be rushed and really not worth a different season, you know? So, take your time, and I appreciate that stuff. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you made it this far into the video, I want you to comment "door" down below. I just do that to see who watches till the end. Also, if you haven't already done so, link in the description is my Discord. Trying to 2,000 members by the end of the year. That'd be pretty cool. Also, follow my Twitter. Because I like followers. And also, just thank you guys so much for watching. Finally, if you want to keep helping me out, literally just binge watch more of my videos. YouTube loves it when you do that, and I do too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.